Can you hear
I
me?
was hanging up tall.
What- Get off that swing. That's for the babies. Get. I can't hear you. Oh, now you froze. Look at that smile, y'all. I just love it. A beautiful smile for a beautiful spirit. Can y'all hear me? Oh Lord, she froze, y'all. And I can't see the chat. I hope that everybody is having a absolutely wonderful day. If you all can hear me. If not, I'll just be talking to myself until she comes back.
Uh, so so what happened was, Babe rode with Lil Ty baseball. He rode with him, and so
So
I
what
dropped him
up?
off to meet up.
Hey,
So I was like, "Ooh, look, I got the
well,
car for a few hours."
well, wait a minute. Did you hear what I said when you were froze? Because
Oh no, what?
I can't see the chat, so I don't know if they could hear me while you were froze. But
Wait, Lovelace, I hear you though.
okay, wait a minute, young Riaz. I hear you too, sweetheart. Happy Monday, dear.
Thank
Mom,
you.
you're welcome, sweetheart. I was telling mom about. I was asking her rather, could when she froze, I didn't know if she could hear me or if the chat could hear me because I couldn't hear her. And I was like, y'all, look at this beautiful smile that goes with a beautiful spirit. And then I said, let's contribute to the mom boss. Let's get you a car fund or get your other
What?
car fixed, either or, because we got 6 kids, baby.
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
he told
Yeah.
me about
I mean, I've already got it linked up now. I basically got the co-stream set now. I've already linked it.
Nice job, young Riaz.
Thank
I
you. This
see you.
is the seventh one, and this is my second one with Mamba. So that's, me and her now have two.
Hey, look at y'all. And I don't have a
Right.
like button at all.
You can go to the car. So yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to start out his school area again because I was right there with Jalea. What? Come on, get in the swing with me. So
Hey, Charlo.
say hey.
Charlo, hi, babe.
You-
You
And
swinging?
so it was just on my heart to just go back out to search, and so I met up with his dad today, Sebastian's dad, and his volunteers at the volunteer spot, and he had told us that they had searchers searching the Bledsoe Park area, which is in Gallatin area, where that's the area where either Chris' mom lives or his dad and stepmom live, but one of the parents of the parent stepfather lives there. And so I was told him, I would try to go up there, which I could have, but I wanted to search the area that I had been having on my heart for 2 days to search because and so when I went back to search it, found like this dirt mound by the fence between the cemetery and the school, and it just seemed real odd to be right there where it is, like a pile of dirt. I didn't have a shovel or nothing because I would have started digging. But I did take a picture of it. I videoed it. I tagged the location, and then I text the guy that's helping Sebastian's dad do the searches, the one that's taking over the search with him, not the United Cajun Navy. Sebastian dad is not working with them because they called off searches and left. Whereas, why would you call off the search and we have a whole child out here missing? You won't want nobody to call off the search if it was your child. So and he told me if I find something to let him know. So I've been trying to contact him. I did leave him a voicemail and told him that I found something crazy. And I wanted him to go out and check it out. But he hasn't answered yet. But I did leave a voicemail and I'm gonna text him the picture and the video when that phone it should have a little more charge on it where I could do that for them to go out and just and check
Now,
the
mom
area.
boss, let me ask you a question. Can you hear me?
Mhm. Yeah.
What made you know where you were and then video the mound and things like that? Was that something close? I missed that part, please.
It was right. Okay, it's right. Literally his neighborhood, and then it's a cemetery, and then it's the school. So I was in between the cemetery, which was right next to his neighborhood, which is right next to his school.
Okay, got
And on my TikTok video, some of my followers on TikTok, and even I remember a medium lady. She had been saying she was saying check by the was here before a long time.
Oh wow.
I'm talking to the kid, the man that called the kid's name when they come out. So she was like, check around the school, around the fence, around the school, around the fence area, and just walk around by the lake. So that's where I was, by the retention lake and stuff, by the funeral home, and that's how I came up on it. And I did smell something like, what? Yes. And I did smell something weird, like 5 to 10 steps before I found that mound. And it just seemed weird to be right there. Like why and it was fresh dirt. It was
That's
fresh.
scary. Listen, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I want you to be careful, okay? I love what
I,
you're doing. I love what you're doing. I love how engaged you are and how you are definitely committed to helping in every single way. However, I still want you to be careful, and I do carry rubber bands.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. I agree with you, no doubt though.
And shout out to you and your husband for teamwork. That's awesome.
Cause
You
he
muted. There you
even
go.
said to him about it that I wanted to go, but I mean he know I've been out every day, doing it with the rental car. So maybe that's why he was like, you could just drop me off at the baseball game.
That was really nice. Shiloh, are you going to say hi to me, baby?
Just started when your sisters get back out here.
Look at that. Yeah.
You better cut it
Okay.
out. They see you.
Lovely sees you. You better cut. Oh,
Quit
Hey,
being bad.
Stars.
No,
Hey,
you
what up?
stop. Lovelace gonna get you.
hi, baby. Hi.
Now you move.
Got it. Oh,
Oh,
they are something else. Wipe their hands out, please.
That's the one that's hot. But yeah,
Sanitize.
I am gonna be careful, and of course, I'm checking my surroundings. Cause when I left that house, the mom's work van was in the yard, and then I could have sworn when I came out of the off their street and to roll up, calm down. When I turned off of their street, it seemed like they was following me, and they followed for quite a little while.
Did you
But
video?
I could just mention. I didn't hold my camera up. I was videoing. I was talking to y'all while I was going, and I was telling y'all that they was following me because Mika was saying, "Girl, go straight to the police station if they are." And
Period.
I was like, "To the Hendersonville police. Why are you following me? I didn't pull in y'all. I didn't trespass. I was actually what? I was actually talking to the neighbor's sister because she was walking the yard. Start the car. She was walking the yard, and I stopped her. I actually thought she lived in the neighborhood. But she was like,
You on mute, baby. Mom boss, we can't hear you. There you go. Do it again. Wait a minute. You on mute, baby. Wait a minute.
she said, what? She said she don't think he made it home from when they went out to dinner. What, Shiloh? Sit down. What? What do you want to tell me?
Oh
You
my
want to see
goodness.
what? What? Huh? You want to do what? Boy, you mumbling and normally you yelling, so we not hearing it.
Well, tell us when you're ready, baby. Lord have
Tell me
mercy.
when you're ready. What? He got an attitude right now. So
I,
hey, tell us then.
tell
Hold
about how
on, Lovelace. Hold it down for me. Hold it down.
you got it. Shout out to the chat. I'm wishing everybody a happy Monday and a wonderful start to April. Thank you to everybody that came over, excuse me, to support Mom Boss and everybody that's out there in that's looking for Sebastian. I want to say little Sebastian. I know he's older, but he's still a baby to me and he's somebody's baby. So shout out to everybody that's taking the time and investing time to look for Sebastian and to go that extra mile just to give his family some extra, help and peace of mind. And to everybody that goes live for to help to look for Sebastian, whether it's doing flyers or just getting a message out that we need help finding him. Yeah, so shout out to you guys. You are all awesome and you are definitely appreciated. And thank you too for everybody that came over and hit the like button and that subbed up. You guys are amazing as well. Mom Boss has some really great content. And hopefully, when this has been settled some, you guys can look at her other content. She's got some great content with the kids. She does some great lives, all on her own. And she's just a well-rounded, great person. So thank you all for joining, subbing, and helping out and being an extra inspiration, because she needs all the extra support and help that she can get in this continued search for Sebastian. So shout out to the chat and shout out to you, Mom Boss. So beautiful. Such a beautiful spirit.
Thank you, Lovely. Thank you for holding it down. That was my son calling. He just said he just threw up on the bus.
Oh,
So he's about to walk in the house. So I'm about to head home and deal with him once Jordan and Janelle get in the car.
okay. Is he not feeling well, or is that out of the blue?
Yeah, that's what this is just out of the blue.
Oh, okay. Because that little stomach bug is going around. So, you know what I say? Extra vitamin C, lots of water, and maybe some ginger ale, to settle his little stomach. I know he's not little, but
Right.
you know how I feel about the kids.
Right.
They younger
I'll
than me.
try, honey. He's so picky, you can't get him to do nothing.
Okay, well,
Like,
listen. Either feel better or feel bad. Deal with it.
right, that's what I be trying to tell him. I'm like, either you want to feel better or not. Like Jalea don't want to take, like, you either,
The kiddos, they can give you a run. They keep you
yeah,
on your,
they do every day.
they keep you on
Every
your
day they give me the wrong.
And why your eyes don't
Thank
look
you
better
very
like
much,
mine?
Marley. And thank you. I had 2 cash apps. Let me see who they
Oh,
from.
shout out to the Cash Apps. Thank y'all. That's a beautiful
Yes,
extra
thank
blessing.
y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
it is. 'Cause
yeah,
those are immediate blessings. They can help me get a car immediately.
absolutely. And money is tight for everybody. So anybody that had the extra blessing and you could be able to give, that's awesome. And we appreciate you, Toad. We really do. Yeah, we really do. But I'm very curious about the medium and or the seer and what she saw and gave you that heads up. That's awesome. And I hope
Yeah. Here, Shalom. Here. Can you get what? No, sir. Calm down with all that whining. You are a big boy. You are not a whiner. You cannot have it. I gave you one. Stop whining.
Listen, always
and then some others have been telling us, like, they're saying like Highway 412, but we don't have a Highway 412, but we do have something called 412 Interstate or 412 something that's near Hendersonville, like it's near his house too. There was another area, but there are definitely things been taken from home. Like I don't think and that's why the mama is so laid back. Like, my son could be anywhere. We know, ma'am, and you know where he is.
You know what I'm wondering too? I'm wondering if maybe the scent dogs can come back. Maybe the dad can ask for the scent dogs to come back and give them Sebastian's scent, and they can go out to that place where you said the fresh ground was, because I'm still stuck on the scent dogs when they first came out and they got a hit by the house, but then they got a hit by the creek or pond or something like that.
By the pond.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
and then they got a hit by the Rockland Park, which is actually where my church we have our church picnics there, but they got a hit there, but that part has been closed off since the tornado, And so they're claiming that they know where Sebastian. This is the United Cajun Navy, but I can't believe nothing they say. But they claiming, and I heard it on audio. That's why I wish my other phone was not dead. I could let y'all hear the audio where they're claiming that they know where Sebastian's body is, but they don't have access to the location. Like the dogs supposedly hit on the area, but because now they're blocking them from being in that area, they saying that they can't go back and check. But they're trying to claim that that's where his body was, or is. But like I said, I don't know because they also claimed that it wasn't a hit, but then it was a hit because a homeless person had recently died in that area, and then also a bag of bones that turned out to be deer bones was found. And I was there when that was found because I was out there with a YouTuber by the name of CJ and Clue Minotti. I was out there with them when they showed me the bag of bones that was found that turned out to be deer bones. And but yeah, but we do have a YouTuber group. They're called the Underwater Divers, the Brother Divers. They're supposed to be coming here to do some diving in some of the areas.
Well, again, I'm super curious, right, about the dogs and the scent. I don't know why I'm stuck on that part, right? I'm just like, okay, if they're trained to, have his scent and then, go search or help with the search, why would they ever call them off? Or, okay, let's say those dogs are tired and they need to replace them. Why wouldn't they replace them? Because all the help, even from the scent dogs, all the help that can be given needs. And then what's the thing about they think they know where his body is, but they don't have they stop searching. What's that about? It's an ongoing investigation. How do you know have access to where you claim you think his body may be? That doesn't make any sense either. And then
Right. And then I don't care what private property is. If it's a body here, like some kind of warrants can be got or
right,
something. Give it here.
absolutely.
But it's the park. It's the Rockland Park. Like my church, we used to go there every year for our church picnic. So I'm trying to figure out like how private is it?
Well,
They just making excuses.
Well, even on private property, right? Somebody has to own it. So why not contact the people that own
Right.
the private property and say, listen, this kid is missing, this child is missing, and we need your help. Maybe the scent dog's got something over there, and we just like to take a look. It's not that serious. I wouldn't think, but who am I? I'm just, out here praying that Sebastian gets found safe.
I don't want to go that way.
You know?
I was talking to the kids.
No, I was saying I'm just one person out here praying that Sebastian gets found alive and safe. So, even if it is private property, if someone came onto my property and said, "Hey, this child is missing," and apparently he or she just might be, on your property, do you mind? I'm like, "Hey, let's go. What are we talking about? There's a missing
Right.
child here. Let's find him or her without any question."
Right.
I mean, what possibly could you do to private property except for find him
Right.
alive,
Find him.
or find him, Come on.
And it seemed like the minute that the dogs hit, that's when, like I said, they called off the searches and all of a sudden started talking about, they've been getting threatened by people or whatever. So they had to call the searches off for their safety. Like, ain't nobody been threatened. Like, why was anybody be threatening y'all when y'all out there trying to find a child? And Sebastian's dad came out on a YouTube video and basically let the world know that it was no content creators or YouTubers harassing the United Cajun Navy. It was business owners, and they weren't harassing them or threatening them per se. Can you turn it down? They were basically telling them like, you don't have permission to be on. Like they were trying to set up on these people's property, and they told them that they couldn't do that and they had to leave. That's not threatening you or causing you not to still be out here to search. You still can search. Find somewhere else to park.
So let me get this right. You tell somebody that owns this private property that a child is missing, and the scent dogs that we brought out possibly have a of him on their property, and they're saying you can't search, you can't. Is that right?
Well, I mean, I don't know what's going on at the Rockland Park, but that's the private property that the dogs hit on. I'm talking about another location, I guess, where they were going to set up the search party, and the owner of that property made them leave because they didn't ask them for permission to set up a perimeter, at their property. But they turned that into YouTubers and content creators harassing them and trying to mess up the search for Sebastian. So now they done made a whole Facebook page where they doxing YouTubers and their background that was actually out there, foot on the ground, looking for Sebastian, instead of actually out there looking for him.
That makes
no content creator has threatened them. No content creator. And the business owner didn't threaten them. They just basically asked them to be on my property as far as to set up here, not necessary to search here, but just to set up your search party right here on my property. That's what I'm saying.
But like I said again, right? To me, just hearing it, right, respectfully to the owners of that property, it makes there's a missing child possibly on your property. All we're asking to do, right, is search for him. If he's known anywhere on the property, then we can pack up and get going, but at least give us at least give the people the opportunity,
Right. And that's the park. So I don't know. The park is not, they didn't tell them to get off the property. They just, for some reason, talking about this private property now all of a sudden, and they don't have access back to it. But I'm talking about the location. Like, say, for instance, they pull up at Burger King and they just want to let people park right there to set up a location. And Burger King say, no, you can't do that. We need our parking spot. They took that as threats. That's what I'm saying. So this wasn't a location whereas, we think the child is right here. We need to search you, not letting us. This was just somebody's business that you set up at or whatever. And they like, okay, well, we understand what you're trying to do, but we have business. We need our parking spots. Like he's not in that location where they were trying to set up at. I'm just trying to say they just used it as an excuse because these are the same people that lied and claimed they found Riley Strain and they didn't. The people at the business that work on the barge is who found Riley Strain. The UCN ain't found nobody.
Okay, got you.
And they also took the Water Brother divers video acting like they was out there diving, and they weren't. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's like they trying to turn they bad name or bad look into trying to make it like, they've been getting threatened and harassed, and that's why they not doing it. But it's really because y'all been exposed because y'all really not the real deal. Y'all really just out here lying to people and not really out here searching.
My Lord.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
My Lord today. Keep your babies close, y'all. Please keep your babies close.
What you said.
Yeah.
Yes, because you never know. But then it's like, but you say keep your babies close, but if it's a parent that's doing the unaliving, who you keeping them close to?
That's true too. It can be a double-edged sword. It really. But what about the lie detector for the mom? What about
she claimed she took a lie detector and she passed. Hush. They said her lie detector test came out inconclusive, so that's not a pass for me.
So she needs to take another.
And she was exactly, and she also was an MMA fighter. And we know those types of people know how to control their breathing and all that to pass tests.
My heart would be broken. Do you hear me? My heart would be absolutely broken if something came back and maybe stepdad, was involved. That my heart would be truly. My thing about that, right? If your child is unruly, right, and you co-parent. And even if you and the other parent don't have the best of relationship with you two as adults, at least give your child the safety, right, of being with the other parent. Even if you can't stand that other parent for whatever reason, that's between y'all. But if that's a safe parent and an extra safe place for your child, please, do everything, swallow your pride, and do the best for that child, because at the end of the day, they didn't ask to be here, and they deserve that extra safety, especially if that child is, you know, kind of rubbing you the wrong way, and y'all can't see eye to eye. If that other parent is willing, please allow that other parent to say, hey, you know what? I did my best. I've tried my best, but now it's your turn. And, schedule regular visits, regular FaceTime calls, so you can actually see your child. When the dad said he knew that they were at the restaurant, but then that was the last time he spoke to him. Let me tell you something about co-parenting, right? I wouldn't care, and this is just me personally, and in my opinion, what would work for me. If my child and I were not seeing eye to eye, and I couldn't, get him under control, or him or her or whatever, I would definitely have that conversation with the other parent. And, okay, you know what? If you have the setup for our child to come over there for you, then let's work that out. Let's do weekends, or every other weekend, or whatever the case may be, just so our child can be in a safer, happier environment, because they need that. And he's autistic too. They extra need, they really do. Autistic children need that extra setup, that extra safety.
With
That
him talking right now. When he would come with him, he would be like, he would ask him stuff, and so sometimes Sebastian would be like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. And he would tell him, like, you have to go back. I have to go to work because his dad is a sheriff or something. But his dad was getting custody of him in June.
right.
So my whole thing is, if his mom was going to get custody of him in June, hold up, then why